You're a Manchester United fan.
Yeah.
Liverpool played a draw today. So what's your take on the game?
Well, I just feel like we are in a phase right now. I don't really know what's happening, but something is not just right, and when it goes wrong for you, it just goes wrong. Just today's game is an example of that. When Casemiro got red carded, even though I feel, it was too harsh. Judging by what happened in the Chelsea game, that Izzy Pereira escaped a red card. When he launched, plunged again on Felix. So I felt it was a harsh one on the team. I think it affected. We all know what Casemiro does in this Man United team. It tends to carry the team. His defensive attributes, his passing. So without him in the team, I knew we were going to struggle. So we were even lucky to come out, of this game with a draw. So that's just it.
So what do you think Man United has to do better in other matches that they didn't do today?
What I feel is what's happening now has basically exposed our attacking options. We always expect goals from Rashford, and when he doesn't turn up, we struggle. So where are the goals going to come from? So I think if going forward, we need to look at other options. But this season we can't. We have to look at other players that can turn up, improve their game, and then tend to bring out goals from either from midfield or from other players. But Anthony is, to me, I feel is inconsistent. He comes up with a goal today, tomorrow he plays trash. Next tomorrow he comes and saves the day. That inconsistency. So that's what affects us most times. And Vegas. To me, I call him Vegas because sometimes if he wants to ghost on you, you basically don't see him in the game. And he's not someone that is prolific that would always give you goals. But we know about his work rate. He fights for the team. He's always there to go in on players and press. But Vegas is going to score 1 in 99 chances created. That's just it. And for a team like Man United to compete with the likes of Arsenal and Man City, you need goal scorers. And we don't really have a flurry of that right now, and that's why we're struggling.
So going into the international break, what do you expect of Manchester United? Do you think they'll come back stronger or?
I feel the international break is coming at a very good time because the players would need to go back, refresh themselves, and the manager would have to think how to now set up after the international break without Casemiro. So it's going to be a good one. And then maybe Martial will be back in the team, and then we have Sabitzer back in the team. So it's going to help the team a lot. But I think it's just a period to now think, how do we set up without Casemiro in the next 2 games?
So I want us to talk about last week's game. You were whooped 7-0. What happened?
Well, it's a game that brings bad memories. I won't lie, I slept that day. I couldn't even sleep well because I was always thinking, anytime I want to close my eyes, I just see the 7. And for the first time, I think the first 3 days after that defeat, I did not go on my YouTube channel, my Facebook, Twitter, every social media platform I'm part of. Because you get bans from here, people calling you. I just had to because anywhere you go, I could not even watch highlights. Me, that is like, any little thing, I'll just go and then we watch the games and all. But I couldn't because that was how bad it was. It wasn't bad that we lost to Liverpool. It was the manner at which we did. It was total capitulation. We just didn't know what happened. The same Liverpool got beaten by Bournemouth, and you wonder, it becomes even painful when you know that they lost to Bournemouth and we were whooped 7-0. So I don't even know what to say, but it was something that really, made me sad. But it's part of the game. You have to pick yourself up. And I was happy that they won the Europa League game against Betis. So it's a good way to go away from such a game, just to get your head off it.
Okay, so Manchester United are still very active in 2 major trophies, the Europa and the FA Cup. How many do you see them winning amongst those 2?
Well, looking at both, we still have Man City in the FA Cup. Yeah, so to me, because they are there in the FA Cup, they are favourites. Okay. I would rank them ahead of Man United. This is there's no sentiment about this. You don't. Sometimes you cannot always say because you're Man United, you have to be optimistic. With the position they are in now and the players they have, I'll favor them over Man United unless they crash out of the FA Cup. So if they pair them together, it's going to be a difficult match for Man United, for both sides anyways. But I would not want to play them before. I want to play them in the finals instead of, but I think Man United, they have a better chance of winning the Europa than the FA Cup. I don't know why I feel so. I feel outside Arsenal, we can basically we can still take on Arsenal anyways. So, but I don't see any other team that would stop us.